A former Emory law student now is suing the university in federal court, accusing it of sexual discrimination for how she was allegedly treated after she reported another student had raped her. Tracy Yemick has that story new for us right now at 6.
Well, Jeff, the alleged attacks happened in August of 2018, but this lawsuit was only recently filed after the student alleges her education and mental well-being were repeatedly compromised as the university made provisions for her assailant that were not given to her as the alleged victim.
It was forcible rape. He pushed her down, pulled her legs apart. It was, yeah. So, she tried crossing her legs. She tried covering her chest with her arms, and he was way stronger than she was.
Lisa Anderson is the attorney for Jane Doe, a former law student at Emory who claims she was raped by another law student in 2018. The lawsuit describes her as feeling too ashamed to report it at first, but did so weeks later as she struggled to continue to attend classes with her alleged assailant. But her attorney says the school refused her request to allow either of them to attend classes virtually and gave her false and misleading guidance on filing a complaint.
So first of all, they should have encouraged her to file a complaint instead of discouraged her. Ultimately, she filed a complaint the following March when she realized that he was also a risk to other women.
The lawsuit outlines all of this as taking an extreme emotional toll on the woman. Emory defamed her as lacking credibility for suffering PTSD. Anderson says while the student had difficulty convincing the school to allow her to take exams in an alternative way, the alleged perpetrator was allowed to take exams off campus.
But she had to fight and get the feds involved before they would let her take them off campus.
Anderson says after the alleged assailant learned she had filed a report, he filed a counterclaim with the school, and later, when her family contacted police about the assault,
he fled the country. He was an international student, and he went to his home country shortly after she reported to the police.
Anderson says while he was allowed to finish his degree remotely, her client ultimately had to leave the school and lost her scholarship. She says their goal now is financial compensation and to get Emory to change.
Emory declined to comment on the lawsuit, and Anderson says she plans to add at least 2 other plaintiffs to this lawsuit who say they had similar experiences with sexual assault and a similar response from Emory.
All right, Tracy, thank you. Each year, Emory releases what is known as a Clary report, and it is basically a safety and security report and includes crime statistics for Emory's 10 campuses for the past 3 calendar years. And it shows for the Atlanta campus, 12 rapes were reported in 2018, 14 were reported in 2019, and in 2020 during the pandemic, 9 were reported. The majority reportedly happened in on-campus student housing. For reference, the school reports its student enrollment is right around 5,700. Under Title IX, college and universities are required to produce a Clary report. You can find them through a simple search on the U.S. Department of Education website or on clarycenter.org.